What's up everybody, Poppin' John here. These are my 3 favorite miming concepts or techniques that come from miming. I use miming in all kinds of aspects of my dance and it always adds an illusion to my movement. Number 1, the pipe, okay? I'm imagining that I have a metal pipe in my hands, okay? And what I'm doing is I'm switching my grip and I'm kind of playing with that subject, and then I'm using my arm positions to change the position of where that pipe is. So there's an element of changing my hand position, and that opens up a new direction that I can go. If I'm gonna push this hand down, boom, this hand's gonna turn. Okay, so now I have a fixed point at the top or this side of that pipe. Okay, so I'm using it kind of like a hinge. Push, pull, and then I switch. Boom, now I have a new direction that I can go, and I can go up and here, down, boom. I switch my position forward to the side, okay? So I really like this idea because I'm actually visualizing a tangible object that I have in my hands, okay? So it's here, I can push it through. Now I have all that pipe here, and I can grab that, and I can bring it back over. Boom, so now there's all these different patterns that I can create with this idea. I can add textures, I can manipulate that piece, right? So I just bent it. You can bend it into like a right angle, right? So now I have a 90-degree angle that I can play with. And now I just have to be very detailed on what that shape looks like and how I'm manipulating it, okay? So here's a little demo. Number 2, the concept of being underwater, okay? We're holding our breath. There's a little bit less gravity, it feels like. There's like matter that we have to go through in order to move. So it's different than just being out in the world and just in air. So we're underwater. There can be movement in that water. And I really like the visual that you can get out of having that concept in your mind and trying to move your body with that concept, okay? So here we go. We are underwater. Okay, so what we're doing is we are using some fixed point elements, okay? Because since we're using the water to push our body and swim, we are using a fixed point element, okay? So it's not a very like definite fix, but I am using the idea of there's more matter in the space around me that I can push off of. So now there's like this there's this little bit of momentum that I can get from a push in a direction. So whatever direction I push, I'm gonna move in the opposite direction. So just like when we're swimming, we're under the water, we push down to go up, we pull up to go down, we push one side to go to the other side, we push that side to go to the other side. So there's some element of fixed point here that I'm using It's not super detailed, like actually grabbing a tangible object and moving over there, okay? But I am using the idea of fixing some area that's giving me that ability to push through, okay? So this is a super cool concept. It has an amazing illusion, and the more you get there mentally, the more the illusion translates. Number 3, the balloon. Okay, everybody loves this. I did an amazing performance on World of Dance. I really enjoyed the choreography that I put together, and I used tons of these miming techniques in order to get the illusion that I got. So, making a balloon look really heavy, okay? These are some of the secrets, all right? So, if I have a balloon, one, the balloon doesn't have helium in it, and I don't have a handle on the balloon. I'm gripping it with my hands, okay? One of the secrets is if I'm holding one side of the balloon, this is the only thing that I can do from here is pull on it, okay? So me pulling makes sense. If I'm holding it here, I'm not gonna push on it, right? That doesn't make sense, okay? So I have to really think about how it feels like, what it feels like to like push a car that's broken down. Okay, if I'm pushing a car, I have this car here, and I'm gonna use my legs, I'm gonna use all my muscles, and I'm gonna get in a really good position to push. Okay, we don't just push a car like this, right? So I have to put my weight behind it, and I have to actually move my body like it would move if I'm really trying to push something, okay? The only thing that I'm deleting from that is the actual push, okay? There's like strain, there's all kinds of muscle tension and things like that, but I'm being very cautious on not letting my hands move their position, okay? Then when I switch positions, I'll grip the balloon and I will switch positions here and then here, okay? Now I have the balloon in both hands, and I'm gonna change my position and I'm gonna pull, okay? So there's tons of really cool techniques that we get from miming, and I use them so much in my dance, all right? This creates illusion, this creates the ability to storytell, and I can't stress how important this is. A lot of people might think that miming is corny because all they see is like somebody trapped behind a wall. But it's the techniques that we get from that, okay? Just like in robot, I did a deep dive into robot, and the techniques that we take from that, if you just do this, it can be considered corny. But the techniques that we get from it, they clean up your dance, they make your dance look super awesome, okay? So same thing with miming. It creates the ability to storytell, and it has some very serious, cool illusions and techniques in it. Everybody, the Movement Blueprint Season 6, all right? We are doing a deep dive into miming. I'm gonna be breaking down into super detail all of these techniques, all of the foundational elements to miming, and then we're gonna stack on top of that as we move through the course. This is an 8-week course. It's hosted on my personal platform. When you sign up, you get plugged into a timeline with me alongside all the other students that are taking the class. This is a super powerful course, and I've watched my students level up like crazy in just 8 weeks. This course starts February 7th and goes all the way through April 4th. Registration is open and spots are already filling up. Don't wait, secure your spot. This class will sell out as my other classes have sold out. And I love doing these deep dives for you guys. I love talking about all these things and giving you guys the foundational elements, how to get it into your muscle memory, and then how to actually apply it into your dance. If you're interested, there's a link below or in my bio. Secure your spot today. I can't wait to see you guys inside. Poppin' John here. Peace.